Good morning, Facebook friends and YouTube followers. This is Rich again, back for your first video blog of the day for Monday, November 24th, 2014 at 7:01 a.m. in the morning in Belleville, Massachusetts. A little wet morning today, but very warm. It's going to be wet this morning, and we could get some sunny breaks in the afternoon, and the temperature could shoot up to 70. And tomorrow's supposed to be a nice sunny day, close to 60. And Wednesday's going to be real interesting. It could be a rain, snow line setting up at 495. Details are sketchy, but west of 495 a heavy snowstorm, and east of 495 a heavy rainstorm. So keep updates for your local weather station. Some news to report. Sports news. The Portland Trail Blazers beat the Boston Celtics by a score of 94-88. Celtics were in the game most of the game, but they lost the competitiveness. And also, the UMass Lowell men's basketball team Riverhawks beat Fordham by the score of 64-57. UMass Lowell men's basketball team's 3-2 now. And the Boston Red Sox are finalizing a deal for shortstop third baseman Hanley Marillas, a 5-year contract worth $90 million. This means they're not going to get Pavel Sandoval, and also I think Will Middlebrooks are going to be traded. Hanley Marillas was part of the Red Sox farm system for a few years, but he got traded to the Marlins for Mike Lowell and Josh Beckett. And 31 years ago today was the first ever Starrcade Wrestling Super Show on Thanksgiving night at the Greenville Coliseum. It was the biggest wrestling event of the year for Jim Crockett Promotions, Mid-Atlantic, NWA, and WCW. That was the biggest pay-per-view of the year. And later on today, I'm going to do a 2-part video blog on that. And it's going to be real interesting. Okay? And my next subject is the top 10 greatest Atlanta Braves / Milwaukee Braves / Boston Braves pitcher of all time. And this is a very impressive list, and it's going to be very good. And here are the top 10 pitchers in Braves history. Number 10 on the all-time list, Craig Kimbrell, who's the current closer for the Braves. He has a career record of 15 wins, 10 losses, 1.43 ERA, 476 strikeouts, 186 saves. He's led the National League in saves 4 years in a row, and he's one of the top closers in baseball as of right now. And he's probably going to go up on this list if it gets revised in the next 10 to 20 years. He's one of the best closers in the game right now. Number 9 on the all-time list of greatest Braves pitchers of all time, Mark Rollers. He had a 31-22 career record with the Braves, 3.73 ERA, 437 strikeouts, and 112 saves. He pitched for the Braves for about 8 years. He was the closer for a couple of years. Great pitcher. Number 8 on the all-time list of greatest Atlanta Braves / Milwaukee Braves / Boston Braves pitchers of all time, Steve Avery. Steve Avery was a starting pitcher. He pitched for the Braves 7 seasons, a 72-62 career record, 3.83 ERA, 815 strikeouts, 14 complete games, and 6 shutouts. He comes in at number 8. Number 7 on the all-time list of greatest Braves pitchers of all time, Greg Garber. Greg was the closer for the Braves in the 70s and early 80s. He had a 53-73 career record with the Braves, 3.34 ERA, 540 strikeouts, and 141 saves. Number 6 on the all-time list of greatest Braves pitchers of all time, Johnny Sain. He pitched for the Braves for many years in the 40s. He has a career record of 104, 91, 3.49 ERA, 698 strikeouts, 121 complete games, and 15 shutouts. He was the co-ace for the Braves in 1948 along with Warren Spahn, and they had this quote saying, "Spawn and Sain and pray for rain." That's a good quote. Number 5 on the all-time list of greatest Braves pitchers of all time, John Smoltz. He was a starting pitcher and a closer for the Braves. He pitched for the Braves for 20 years. 210 wins, 147 losses, 3.26 ERA, 3,011 strikeouts, 56 complete games, 16 shutouts, and 154 saves in a Braves uniform. Number 29 is retired by the team, and he's up for the Hall of Fame this year. I have a funny feeling he's going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer, in my opinion. Number 4 on the all-time list of greatest Braves pitchers of all time, Greg Maddux, the Bulldog. He pitched for the Braves for 11 seasons, 194 wins, 88 losses, 2.63 ERA, 1,128 strikeouts, 61 complete games, 21 shutouts. He won 3 NL Cy Youngs with the Braves. Number 3 on the all-time list of greatest Braves pitchers of all time, Tom Glavine. Tom has a career record of 244 wins, 147 losses, 3.41 ERA, 2,091 strikeouts, 52 complete games, and 22 shutouts. He grew up in Billerica, Massachusetts. He went to high school at BMHS. 1984 graduate. That was the first year that Dr. Shockey was principal of Billerica Memorial High School. And stuff like that. And he was a first ballot Hall of Famer. Number 2 on the all-time list of greatest Braves pitchers of all time, Phil Niekro, knuckleball pitcher. 268 wins, 230 losses, 3.20 ERA, 2,912 strikeouts, 226 complete games, 43 shutouts, and 29 saves. Phil Niekro was versatile with the knuckleball and stuff like that. Number 35 is retired by the team, and he's the best knuckleball pitcher of all time. And number 1 on the all-time list of greatest Braves pitchers of all time, Warren Spahn. 356 wins, 229 losses, 3.05 ERA, 2,493 strikeouts, 374 complete games, 63 shutouts, and 29 saves. The winningest left-hander in Major League history. He was a perennial all-star pitcher in the 50s and stuff. He was probably one of the greatest pitchers of all time stuff. And he won 1 Cy Young Award. He's probably the best pitcher of all time for the Braves, and his numbers retired by the Braves. And that's about it on that. I'll be back later, Facebook friends and YouTube followers, with 3 more video blogs. The 2-parter on Starrcade pay-per-view. The first part will be about the Jim Crockett Promotions Mid-Atlantic NWA years of Starrcade, and the second part will be WCW version of Starrcade from 1990 through 2000. Should be interesting. And Jerry Cheesy will be the third and the personality profile tonight. Have a good day, Facebook friends and YouTube followers. Bye now.